Hey everybody, it's Christine up today with a layout for the scrap room using the DoubleShot kit and still doing Christmas. I actually did this layout at the beginning of December and I'm just now getting around to doing the voiceover and sharing it with you. As you have seen all month long, I am working with the Jumpstart sketch from the scrap room and creating all my layouts based on that. So this one is actually probably my favorite that I did. It uses the DoubleShot kit and it's using the PhotoPlay page kit. And I just really like the colors and patterns in this page kit in particular, and I like the way that it all came together. So I'm starting things off using this plaid paper and creating a giant banner. And I'm going to use that right on the background. And on most of my layouts so far this month, I haven't done the banner. I've just done a big piece there. But for today's, I'm going to at least try the banner and see if I like the look of it. I'm just not a huge banner person. And so I don't gravitate towards using those big or small on my layouts. So you can see I've cut some of that green that I'm going to make use of, and I'm going to make use of some of the other patterns as well, cutting out a circle now to try and see if I like it specifically with this pattern or not. And you're kind of getting to just see me, first of all, playing, exploring, trying different patterns, trying different shapes, but also seeing how I like if they fit together. I'm not saying that well at all, but you get the idea. You can see that I've got very traditional colors going at this point. There are going to be some less traditional colors coming in here shortly. So what you're seeing right now is that I am cutting out the center of that paper. So that was the one that I cut the circle out of, and then I just cut out the center a little bit more so that I could make use of some more of the scraps, because I want to use just the very outer edges of this to be a border. So I cut down some white cardstock to 11 by 11, and you can see I'm adding it then to that to just make a real light border, but this is where the non-traditional color comes in. So this is a really pretty shade of, it's kind of aqua, kind of teal. It's got some warmth to it though. It's like aqua color with some brown mixed in. So it's a really pretty unique addition. It does not brighten up the collection. It just adds a warm tone to it. And so I really like how it looks with these colors, and I really like how it makes the Christmas collection unique. So now I'm going to start putting things on. I'm going to attach that banner piece right there. On the white though, I'm going to leave that border around it on the outside, and then I'm going to go ahead and outline that with my black pen. Then I'm going to add that green sheet right next to it and again outline. Now, why am I outlining? If you watch my channel, you have heard this lots of times, but for those of you who are new here, I like to outline when I've got a lot of busy patterns going on. It helps to separate things. I also like to do it when it's an accent within my embellishments. So for today, I'm just trying to break things up a little bit, and it's just a really easy, cheap way to break things up. I also like to do this technique early on in the project, because if I mess up, which inevitably I do, I can cover it up with embellishments. So now I'm going to work on bringing in my pictures, and I actually am not going to stick with those pictures that you just saw a minute ago because I just didn't love how they looked. So I ended up pulling out some different ones, which you see now, and I've got 3 of them. My son is wearing a red sweater in it, so it pulls that banner piece in, the red color, and it pulls in the pictures really nicely, and you can see I matted those with white. My pictures are about 3.5 by 4 in size, and I love how these look. It's funny, I really set out to use my original pictures, but as I played with it, I realized I just didn't love it, and sometimes it's just a matter of switching to a different set of pictures to make it work. So now I'm working on getting a little strip of additional pattern in here behind my pictures, just tucking it in behind them. So now I'm going to start to work in my embellishments, including my title. I'm going to have to say that this sketch in particular is probably the easiest sketch that I have done a series like this with. I've done this several times over the last year and a half where I work with one sketch for most of my projects for the month, and sometimes it comes real easy, sometimes it doesn't. This one was super easy, super fast, and it also just was easy to stick pretty much to it. I didn't veer from it a whole lot. And so that was kind of a fun aspect of all of this. Now, I do also want to mention real quick, I am teaching for the Scrap Smarter experience that is coming up at the end of January. That is 3-day classes, workshops, etc., all online, and a variety of instructors. I will give you a link to that down below if you are interested in checking it out. I am going to be teaching on how to scrapbook when you have no time to scrapbook, because as I've talked about many times here on this channel, I'm a busy homeschooling mom. I also own a small business, and so time is of the premium. Even more so in the last 6 months, time has been of the premium. So I'm going to be talking about some of my tips and tricks for making scrapbooking work into your schedule. Now, getting back to the layout, you can see I am playing with my placement, landing that title all over the place. I love this title. It was literally like the thing I wanted to work with most on this layout. So I am just trying to figure out how to get it on there in a way that I am happy with. So in the end, you'll notice that I ended up liking it above and below the pictures, and Christmas gets a little bit hidden on camera, but you can see it really well still in person, so I'm okay with that. And then adding embellishments, so I'm just pulling some of the different elements off of this sticker sheet because that is primarily what I'm working with, and adding them on. So one thing I'm adding is ornaments, and I am going to just draw lines on there to look like the ornaments are hanging down from my pictures. And that is just a really simple way to take some Christmas embellishments, make it look Christmassy without having to add 4,000 different elements to your layout. I did this several times this year, and I tend to do it pretty much every year. Sometimes if I have time, I even add in stitching instead of just drawing the lines. But drawing the lines is totally great too, and that's what I had time for this year. So you can see that adds just a really nice look to the bottom of the layout. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the layout for today. You can check out the whole thing here at the end of my video. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you aren't already a subscriber here, and we will see you again next time.